Today on Chesapeake Shores, we talk about quiche, cinnamon rolls, and Operation Pumpkin. Stay tuned.
You're tuned in to AfterBuzz TV, the ESPN of TV talk. Now, let the buzz begin.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to AfterBuzz TV. We are here doing Chesapeake Shores, Season 3, Episode 4, Once Upon Ever After. I'm your host, Marisa Serafini. Joining me, a full panel once again. Introduce herself.
Hi, I'm Carlina Will.
What's up, guys? I'm Tay Alexandra.
Hey, I'm Julana Dizon.
Excellent. I'm really excited. We had a great guest last week with Michael Burns. Thank you, Michael. You were fantastic. But we're all back together again. Julana, we missed you last week, so.
That's okay. I had to have an open seat for Michael.
There you go. Welcome back. Welcome back. Yes. So let's just do quick thoughts of this episode. Carlina, let's go with you.
Everyone knows I'm so excited that David and Jess, you know what, that love story, I just cannot wait to get into that. And then, you know, Connor and Kevin reconciling. I'm so excited to talk about that too.
Finally. Tay.
Like I said, love this episode. I love that Jess stood her ground with those manipulative pecs. I had no idea she was going to do that, but we're going to talk about that later. And more relationships, like Carlina said, being mended between Connor and Kevin and Mick and Thomas.
Ooh, I really liked this episode too. I loved all the scenes that took place at the mansion, especially the Cinderella scenes. And I always love all the scenes wherever it's like Trace on tour or singing. So there was a lot of that this episode. So I was happy.
Absolutely, and we're going to cover it all. Yeah, so things we'll talk about, Kevin and Connor, of course. Trace and Abby, that tour life. Jess and Bree at David's house. And, of course, the wedding and the renewal of the vows. So we're going to get all into it. I really enjoyed this. It felt like a lighter episode because not a lot of, like, emotional things went down. But, like, because there was a lot of comedy, I was laughing a lot. So I really enjoyed it in that sense. So let's just get into it. Kevin and Connor. Finally, we get an apology from Connor. Did you think it was going to take this long?
I told you. That was my prediction. And it came true.
Yes.
Thank you, Connor, for realizing you were wrong.
We'll bring you a quiche next time for a little water.
Yeah, thank you. And cinnamon roll.
Yes. Did you like the way Connor came around?
I did.
Yeah,
I
definitely.
liked the little toy and the apology. Super cute.
Yeah, Carlina.
Yes, it showed like the bond between like him and his brother. It's like, listen, you know, you don't always have to take care of me. I got it, but I'm glad you're around. So I thought that was really mature of Connor. And, you know, it's made Kevin like feel a little bit better. Like, wait a minute, you're the one who melted my toys? That's fine. You know, give me my new toys. I mean, I think I'm too old for this, but you know, it just like kind of softened the apology a little bit, and I thought that was cute.
I think he did it as more of a like, hey, I'm not always perfect either, so I'm sorry. And then
It's definitely a cute way of doing it.
Yes.
Yeah. How do you like that Mick and Thomas got involved? They were kind of the mediators in between and talking to each of them individually. It's like, hey, we have our issues as brothers. As you can tell, we all know that. We had all of season 3 dealing with their issues and continuous issues. We'll get to that. But you know, just getting Mick and Thomas, like getting them involved and actually helping these two work out their brother issues as well. Did you like that?
Which is ironic, because like you said, both of them are like going through their issues too. So how are you going to tell somebody else to work on their issues when you're having issues with yourself? But I liked it though. It was cute.
Yeah, but because they have issues, they're trying to prevent them from having those same issues. Because they were basically like, look, we've been struggling with this for 30 years. It's not worth it. Just
40 years now.
40 years.
Too long.
It's a long time.
Too long. Yeah. I thought it was really smart. I was like, from anyone that these brothers can learn from, it's their parents.
Yeah.
Or, you know, an uncle.
Right.
From their older generation of brothers who have issues, who don't work out who don't talk to each other properly. It's like, hey, don't let it be a 40-year problem like we did.
Right.
Solve it now. Like 1 month, fine. 40 years, no.
Did you see Connor's face when he said 40 years? He was like,
Yeah.
Excuse me? What?
I love that face that he has where he's just like, I don't want that.
Yeah. It was just like great. He's like, oh, a month? That's normal in our family. And he's like, actually 40 years. And he was like,
Let me get it together.
yeah.
I think it was
Okay,
a really subtle way of like kind of bringing his attention to this one small miscommunication can last a lifetime. So it's better just like nip it in the butt.
Yes.
Yes, absolutely. And I'm glad that Connor finally came around, as we all knew he was going to. It took a lot out of him, but he did it like a good
We're proud of you,
brother
Connor.
should.
You get an A for
Kudos.
effort.
Yes.
Extra quiches.
I was gonna say, I'll give you a quiche.
Extra cinnamon bun.
Good job, Connor. All right, moving on to Trace and Abby. Abby tags along for this
Yay.
tour
This girl.
life. It started pretty well. We're gonna get into it, but Trace. Okay, so it's taken off very well with Trace Riley and the band. They get 10 extra minutes on the set, taking up Donovan's time. What are your thoughts on Donovan? I'm still like wishy-washy about him. He's so pessimistic, and I don't like it.
I like Donovan's character, and I like that it's such a contrast because he was where Chase is, and now he's like mega country star. So
Trace.
I feel like, no, Donovan
Yeah.
was,
Okay.
you know what I mean? Now he's big star. So he's kind of, I feel like, jaded, but it's nice to see that contrast for me between Chase, who's just starting out, and he's like really hopeful his career's going to go well and he's going to be able to keep the girl, and Donovan's like, yeah, that's not what happens in real life. I think it's a good contrast.
Do you guys think it's going to be a problem, though? You think he's a little bit too salty about the fact that he's like, that Trace is shining now, though?
I don't think so. I feel like he kind of knows the business and knows that this is what happens, and he's maybe feeling like he's on his way out and Trace is on his way in.
Right.
I think of Donovan as like the typical mentor, right? Like, so he's letting him know, like, hey, yes, Trace, you do want the best scenario to have your career and Abby and the kids and everybody's just happy. But, you know, listen, there's this other side too where everything can go wrong because, like, you aren't the father. You know, she does have to have her kids, like, be at home and you're always touring. So I do respect Donovan in that sense.
Yeah, I'm just worried that Donovan's going to rub off too much on Trace because right now Trace is still happy. He's still seemingly enjoying the tour life. He's still new in the music industry, so to speak. But I just hope that Donovan doesn't influence him too much in a bad way because Donovan, yes, he's had his career. He lost people in his life because of it and his choices. I just don't want him to completely influence Trace when he's still new. Like let him enjoy it.
I feel like at any moment, any trigger, he's just going to be like, sorry guys, I'm done with the tour. Let me go back to Abby and Chesapeake Shores. Because I feel like he's borderline like that already.
I feel like that too.
Just one more thing will push him off the edge.
But I feel like having Donovan there, like you were saying, you don't want Donovan to influence Trace in a bad manner, but I feel that Trace would be more like, he can see in front of him how Donovan's life went. He doesn't want that. Like above all, he wants Abby. So I feel like if anything, Donovan would be the example for him to like do what you said and be like, okay, I choose Abby.
Like I don't choose Donovan's life. I choose my own.
Yes.
Yeah,
Which is why I agree with you when you say like he's wishy-washy.
Yeah.
Very true.
Yes, but it seems like Abby is enjoying herself on the tour for the most part. I mean, that date though, that was pretty romantic.
It was cute.
Very thoughtful.
I have thoughts.
Tay?
Okay.
Because,
You don't think it was?
No, it was adorable. I'm more so, okay, I love Abby. I love the relationship. I told you guys that it was going to be put a slight damper in this because she's dealing with the paparazzi now, and I don't know if she can handle this. Like, I told you.
But the date was fine.
The date was fine. The date was fine. Okay.
Let's take baby steps here.
Okay.
She was happy.
Let's talk about it.
She loves Trace, Cheese, and what was her girls? I never knew.
Art.
and Cheese.
Oh, Art.
Art, Trace,
That
and
was
Cheese.
cute, though.
She
I
need
would
to
say
put her
that.
girls in the top 3. Cheese is more important than you guys, just so you know. That's something I would do. Food over your girls.
I definitely put Cheese high up on my list.
Take a
To be
cosign for
honest,
that.
I would co-sign with that.
Man, there was a lot of good food in this episode. Huh?
There was
Cinnamon rolls,
hence the quiche, cinnamon rolls. And, yes, there's a lot of food in this episode. I thought it was a very cute date because it still seems at this point in Trace's life that he's still balanced. Like he can still have the tour life, he can still have his personal romantic life. And then the paparazzi get involved, and Abby is not too thrilled because, rightfully so, it was showing her children. So
Yeah.
when you get the children involved, no, done.
No, I get that. I'm not a mother. I'm saying if I was a mother, I get that.
Right.
So I get why she's a little like, all right, don't know if I can handle this, but I saw it coming.
Yeah, it's for stage read. But did you see? Okay, there was one moment where they were walking So, or he would say goodbye to her or something, or he kissed her, and there was a girl in the background that like had a phone. Did you see that moment?
When the paparazzi was taking
No,
it?
I don't know if she was a paparazzi. Like, it just looked like, it was like when Trace was going like into the fans and he said goodbye to Abby, and there was a girl in the background that had a phone like this, and at that moment I was like,
Yeah.
I don't know if she was a spy.
Do you think like the next headline's gonna be like they broke up, or just made it like seem like sad or something?
They're gonna be like, who is this
That's
girl?
kind of in my predictions.
See?
We'll get to that too. But I mean, with this, because at the beginning of the episode, they were happy together, and then at the end, during the paparazzi and everything that they just went through, Trace didn't seem as happy as he was at the beginning.
I saw that.
Yeah, you can tell
definitely saw that.
when he was performing on stage, he was not as happy-go-lucky as he was 40 minutes ago. So something's happening, and I'm worried.
I mean, and you can tell Trace looked a little sad when Abby was talking to her kids, you know, saying bye, like, I miss you. I think he realizes, like, that is that connection he doesn't have. You know, he doesn't have to worry about kids, etc., you know, on tour. So I wonder, I always think Trace is always going to pick Abby. He always will in love. But I think it might be time for, like, a little small break for him to kind of find himself and kind of do his thing.
Yeah. That's it. That's interesting. When they were saying goodbye to each other and Abby went into the taxi to go leave, we did see another paparazzi take a picture. What do you think those pictures are going to do?
Cause all types of problems on Earth with their relationship, like I said. Because I don't think she can handle it. Like, especially now, because now the more groupies are going to form, the longer he's on tour.
I think they're gonna, maybe someone's gonna go do some back digging into their whole history, like how they, you know, dated and she left. Somebody can find all that out, I'm sure. They're gonna go talk to inside sources and Chesapeake Shores, and
Yeah.
TMZ at its
it's gonna be
finest.
something. It's gonna be a headline.
Or that celebs off website page that they're talking about. We get it. Yeah, but those pictures, I'm worried about more paparazzi pictures because this time around, they were not happy in these
No,
pictures.
that's
right.
So that, like, anyone can run with those.
Yes.
We
And
work in,
twist it.
yeah.
Headline.
We work in media. We know how it
The
goes.
manager would love this headline. Trace Riley, recently single.
Right.
It's going to be awful.
100,000 new fans.
Right?
Yeah.
He would love it, though. The manager would love that.
Ooh.
And bad publicity is publicity, right? That's what they say.
What's the girl's name in the band?
Lee.
Lee.
I feel like Lee would love that. I really still think that
You
Lee
think she
is
still
trying to-
likes him?
I think so.
I don't think so. I think
I
that's
think it-
dead. I mean,
No.
I think she still holds a flame for him.
Yes, for
for
sure.
sure.
Yeah,
But
that.
It's definitely still.
I feel like
they're
she might
keeping
find
it
her
professional.
Right. I think she might find her way in though. If those headlines start, it becomes the actual problem with them on tour. No.
Did you guys not miss that like sly shadiness she did? Like when Trace and Abby were kissing and she
See?
said time
She's
to
like,
go
"We're
on.
on."
We're on.
Oh,
She just
we're
wiped
on.
right back. That's what I'm saying.
My point.
that didn't come off as
Tay's on
shady
to
to me.
something.
I'm on to
we
something.
don't really agree, but I'm going with her on this one.
Never agree with me, but it's okay. It's okay. It's all right.
I disagree
the
on that
facts.
point. I don't.
You don't think so? Okay.
I think it was just business. I mean, she was like, "It's time to go." It was time to go.
They did have to perform. So.
did.
There was another way she could have done
I
it
don't know,
though.
but you know what? Honestly,
How?
I don't know. Like wait until they're done kissing. Let me have my moment.
Until they're done.
With
Go
the
on
man.
stage.
Like
Sorry, fans. Trace is kissing Abby. You're just gonna hold 1 minute.
that would be
please. Thank
shade, and I think
you.
she has it.
he's kissing his bodyguard. I did love that running joke.
Yeah,
Like,
that's
you're going to be
funny.
my bodyguard this entire week.
That was really funny.
It was cute. I like them together. I don't think I'm over the Trace Lee Abby triangle. Like we had that already. Season 1, season 2, done. It's season 3 now. Move on. All right, moving on. Well, in the meantime, actually, thank you everyone for always tuning in every single week. Everyone in the live chat, we see you. Hello, Dan and Ivan and Lori and all you. We see you, and Teresa. Hi guys. So thanks for always tuning in on the live chat, and also what you can do for us on YouTube. Carlina.
Yes. Hey, AfterBuzzers. Our network produces after shows for nearly all your favorite TV shows. From dramas, reality TV, sci-fi, and more, there is no network that works harder to serve television fans. But we need your help. We're asking that you please subscribe to one or more of our YouTube channels. By subscribing to our channel, YouTube will suggest content that's tailor-made for you, and you'll help AfterBuzz continue to grow. And if you're worried about pesky notifications, don't be, because they're optional. So hit that subscribe button now for this channel. I think it's like below. somewhere over here. And check out our other AfterBuzz YouTube channels as well. Let us know you did in the comments, and we'll say thank you on the air. And, Marisa will give you a shout out, just so you know. For now, thanks for being the best fans and for helping us to be the ESPN of TV Talk.
Yes, thank you everyone for always tuning in. You guys are fantastic. All right, let's move on to Jess and Bree. I'm glad that they made up last week. They're still at David's house, and really it's like Jess dealing with David's parents. Deidre, your thoughts of Deidre?
Evil stepmom.
I
mean, she's not stepmom.
That's exactly what I think. It was like, but evil
Right.
potential stepmom.
Yeah.
Manipulative, conniving. Oh, but you can choose between the dresses and you decide if you want to stay in main person. That I don't agree with. Don't like her.
Don't like her.
She's shady.
I'm just going to sip my tea.
Well, you do that. She was so cold.
Very
So
cold.
cold. And very, like, condescending at the same time, especially when she was talking to Jess and it's like, I know David would want you to think this X and Y and Z for David. And I'm like, yeah, but what's good for Jess? Also, on top of that.
Right. She was like trying to make her feel guilty by making Jess think about what's best for David.
Right. That's what I was going to say, yeah.
But you guys have to admit, like I said last week, her skills, if her daughter didn't rat her out, she was going to get away with it because Jess was all for moving and relocating to Airbnb, running it in France. Like, she was all for, like, she is a skilled mastermind, but shady. But she's very good at it.
Yeah, I like the line that the idea of David running a multi-dollar corporation which employs hundreds of people isn't as important as in perhaps baking quiches. Like, so that's just her mentality of, like, what David's doing now is way better than and way more important than cooking, his real love. And it's just, it was evil how she worded it to make it look like, no, this is more important. Obviously, this is a higher priority.
As a chef, cooking is way more important. You got to eat.
That's true.
Everybody has to eat.
If everybody starves, you can't run a company.
Thank you, Julana, so she can have a seat.
Yeah, but it's the way she delivers the lines and how she twists
Very
it to be like,
manipulative.
this is for David, not for you.
And don't bribe me with dresses, even though they're cute. Don't do that to me.
Those were gorgeous.
They were gorgeous, and I'm mad. I was like, oh, what dress are we going to do?
I love that they just ran away in them, though. I thought, for me, that
like
was one
that.
of the best parts of the whole episode.
Yeah.
So wait, you would take the dress? I would leave it behind.
No, I would
So
take it.
take the
I would
dress.
take it.
You would
I
take it? Oh,
I
you guys
don't
would take it?
ever
No.
wear
Yes.
dresses. But if you know me personally, I don't ever wear dresses. But I would totally take a dress.
No.
If you don't wear dresses, I'd sell it because
Yeah,
she's
sell
like
it.
There you go.
she's so
Pawn it off.
manipulative. Like, hey, I'm gonna
don't-
take the dress and go with it. So
I
she
don't
want to
want
be shady. So am I.
Any of her bad energy. She can keep everything.
Sell
I would
it.
just leave it.
I get it.
Okay. Burn it on the side.
First of all, what did you think of Jess? Actually, we find out that thanks to Alexandra, great daughter on her part.
Is she?
Well, sticking up and like being and like giving warnings, like, hey, this is my parents that you're dealing with. So like, I think she was good on that part as a woman to another woman. Good for Alexandra. But because of her, she had the profile on Jess, and Jess obviously finds out. But your thoughts when she does find out and how she actually sticks up to the parents, sticks up for herself. What did you think of this moment for Jess?
Okay.
Okay. First of all, no, I was gonna say I like her. I remember last episode we were saying we wanted to know more about her, like which way she was gonna go. I predicted that she was actually going to go this route. Because I really think that she doesn't agree with her parents either, which is why when Jess went off, and I'm so happy she did, she the parents looked at her and she shook her head like, yeah, that was wrong of you. And I love her quote, how she said, like, our family is not eventually, more like never. So true.
I liked how Jess went off on them, but the thing that I liked most about it was she had a way of it being like, she was like, you had no right to spy on me, but then she kind of flipped it in a way that I didn't understand how she did it, but I got it. Because at the end, she was like, you can't have me. So she made herself like the most important thing, because in the end, the mom knows probably that she needs Jess to get David. So she doesn't have Jess like there in the palm of her hand. She doesn't fully control David. So now, because you could see too, the mom was kind of like, oh, this is not great
Right.
at the end. So I liked how Jess did that. She made herself the prize there.
And this is a scene Michael was talking about last week that he said like it's going to be like the driving point, that moment that we're going to be excited about.
Shout out to Michael Burns. Thank you.
Yes. So I was really excited about this because we really got to see that more mature side of Jess. To be like, she really accepted who she is, all her flaws, her family's flaws. Because I feel like before she was a little bit
There's a
embarrassed.
ton.
Yeah. She made that point.
Where's
There's
my
a ton.
shades for Marisa's shades?
It's so good.
Okay, but like, you know, and of course, you know, you have to use that line, nobody puts Jess in a corner. That
I
was
love
so
her for
cute.
this. Yes, Jess.
Yeah. And I think that was another 80s reference that Michael hinted that was we were going to see. For those who don't know, that's actually No One Puts Baby in the Corner, which is Dirty Dancing. If you haven't seen it, go watch it. Obviously, after our after show. But go watch it.
What about you,
It's
Marissa?
amazing.
I'm curious about that moment.
I loved it because, you know, I mentioned that I'm kind of like also wishy-washy about Jess because she shows a lot of somewhat young, immature-ish moments, especially at the beginning where she was throwing tennis balls to get David's attention.
I loved
was
it.
like, go upstairs and knock on the door like a real adult.
Nope.
But again, it was cute. So like
I would do
there
the
are
same
some,
thing.
but like there are some like childish moments from Jess, and I'm like, you're too young for that, or you're too old for that. Sorry, you're too old for that. But having this moment, her sticking up for herself and realizing what's important, I was like, yeah, go woman. Everyone needs to stick up for themselves like that. And I thought, like, I applaud her. So I loved this moment. It was great.
I love it more because I didn't think she was going to do it. I was so surprised that happened. And first of all, I would do that Romeo and Juliet moment. Thank you.
I know.
You know me.
I love Romeo
I
and
would have
Juliet.
jumped.
Speaking of this fantasy moment, because I feel like Tay's our like fantasy girl.
I am.
Can you elaborate more on the Cinderella part at the end? What did you think about that with her, with David
Yeah,
finding her shoe?
Perfect.
Yes.
Perfect.
Operation
I knew right off
Pumpkin.
the bat. Yes. I knew right off the bat that was a Cinderella moment. I'm glad that happened. And this is why I love Jess, because she's so like adult, like baby adult, which makes her so likable and so cute.
Wait, you
To
knew
me.
he was going to find the shoe?
I didn't know she was going to find it too. I'm saying I'm glad it happened.
Okay.
Yes.
I just wanted to clarify how psychic you were. How good you were.
So funny right now.
But there were you know, different references and stuff like Operation Pumpkin commence.
Yes.
And I was like, oh, and yeah. The line's like, but you can't have me, and I'm keeping this dress. So good. And then they run off. I think those dresses, granted, they were gorgeous. So yeah, good on them for also keeping them.
And if you didn't like it, you
Same.
could burn it, Carlina.
Yeah, that's true.
You would help me burn it too.
I would, though. Set it off moment. Anyway, yes.
Going back to the shoe, do you think David's gonna come back and return it?
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course.
Why else
Yeah.
would they leave it there like that? That's definitely what's going to happen.
Yeah, definitely gonna happen.
Well, here's my thing. We all know he's going to do it, but like when? You think it's going to be instant? or he's gonna
Tomorrow.
like
the
within
next
within
episode.
30 minutes if he's not sending a text now.
wait? Okay.
Like,
Say, hey, you
Or a
dropped your shoe.
letter. Maybe he's sending her a letter.
And I'm just surprised. I mean, like, granted, it's for the Cinderella reference, we know, but like, she went through a whole ceremony, which we'll get to later. I was like, I hope she changed shoes because she's missing a shoe.
that's what you think about
That's
Marissa.
what
Yeah,
you about the
that's
whole
what you think
episode.
about.
She's got to like switch shoes now.
It could have at least been Swarovski.
That's funny.
That's what I was thinking. But yes, Operation Pumpkin. It was really fun to watch. Hopefully, we're fun to watch.
Did you see that on the carriage where it had the pumpkin and then FG?
No.
Yes, so there's
I
a
missed that.
pumpkin. So Michael said that the pumpkin is obviously like Cinderella, and then FG on, I mean, not the carriage, on the taxi. So then FG means fairy godmother. So that was like her whisking away.
Ah, look at that.
Yes,
You gotta pick up on
Cinderella.
that.
I got okay.
Yeah.
Some Easter eggs. In
Shout
that
out,
episode.
Michael.
Love it.
Yes, Michael.
Thank you, Carlina, for pointing that out. That's it. Now I have to go watch it for the third time. Darn it. Great, but thank you always for watching us. But you can also listen to us on iTunes. Rate, comment, subscribe there as well. 5 stars. No other stars. Just 5. You leave a nice review there, and we'll shout you out too. We need some ratings there. We need some love. 'Cause we're big on YouTube, but we're also huge on iTunes. So always, you can listen to us on your morning commute or wherever it is you want to. So go check out iTunes Chesapeake Shores AfterBuzz TV. Rate, subscribe, and comment there as well. All right, moving on to Mick and Megan during the whole preparation for the wedding vow renewal ceremony. What are your thoughts of them going down memory lane?
My prediction, I told you, like, for the past this whole season, really, that it's going to be a rekindling moment. And for some reason, weddings do that. Two people rekindling about everything. You start reminiscing, and you just have that look in your eyes, and it's just like, kind of miss you. I feel like that's happening.
I feel like that's not happening. Like, to me, I thought that Megan was really into it and trying to, like, send out those, like, hey, I miss you vibes. And Mick was, like, just shooting him down. Because everything romantic she said, Mick was like, yeah, but you do all this planning and then, like, for what? It's not that. You think it's important, but it's really not. And she's like, but it is.
Yeah.
It's so funny that she's the romantic one, but she's the one who left. So
It is ironic.
I don't want Megan with Mick. That's it.
Okay.
I don't feel like doing this with you right now. Because I've said this from episode 1.
So Tay, you're for them.
I am
and
for
Carlina,
them, and it
you're
is
not.
going to happen, guys.
All
right.
Okay,
That's
okay.
a lot. That's a lot to recover. Like, if it was one kid, maybe he can recover from that. But 5 kids leaving that man alone. His mom has to move in.
But
to
also,
help.
they're not kids. They are
not, right.
They
They're
are
grown
grown
now.
up.
I know, but I'm saying, like, when she left, they were kids, and he had to raise them.
Maybe since she is so romantic, she was obviously thinking he was going to run after her. And he didn't. You know, maybe that was the scenario that played out in her head.
You didn't come after me.
I'm just saying this season isn't over, so I still think it's going to happen.
I was like, I mean, she has to do a lot for them to get back together. Like, she really needs to prove to him, like, I think, you know, like, I think the kids trust her now, but she has a lot more to do to gain Mick's trust before she even thinks about walking down the aisle again with him.
That's true.
I agree with that, but also if you just look back at the episode, look at the pictures that we're also showing, there are so many moments you can tell that, like, you can believe at one point in their lives they were together and they were happy.
Right.
Yes, absolutely. I agree with that.
And they're definitely going back in, because we didn't see the wedding. We were never part of that history. But them retelling what they did during their wedding day and like how they felt about each other and like just the events and kind of giving the audience of like this is what they used to be like. It kind of sparks something like maybe they could work again. Maybe. There's a reason why they're bringing them up again.
I was going to say that. There's a reason why this storyline is unfolding.
It is.
Yeah.
So,
Carlina, you're not for it, but too bad. They're making it happen.
I know they're making. You know what? I will take this loss because I won that Danielle and Connor are gone. So, bye, Danielle.
Watch it happen before Trace and Abby.
Really? Wait.
You think?
Don't do that to me.
Mick and Megan would get married again.
No,
No, not married, but I think their relationship would escalate faster because they're kind of, Abby and Trace are kind of on like a slight decline right now because of this paparazzi situation. Little step back. I'm just saying.
See, I'm usually always for it, and Hallmark always has 2 types of romances. And we've talked about it in past episodes. There's always 2 types of relationships in Hallmark. The ones that are brand new or the ones that had a past. And those always work out. The ones that have the rekindling of romance, they always work out.
So you have some Hallmark insider information.
That we don't know about.
Watching Hallmark.
It said Mick and Megan are the latter. They have a past, they have a history, they have a possibility that they could be together again.
Lenina Leah says Mick came around by the end of the episode. Shout out to you. I agree with that, actually.
A little bit, yeah.
A little bit.
Lenita.
Yes. I see that.
Okay. Carlina's still not having it.
It's fine. It's fine.
You don't even have to say anything. Just your face is like.
I feel it. Like it's on my ear right now. It's like, I feel it. Okay.
That's all. Next question.
Whenever Carlina doesn't talk, that means she disagrees.
Okay. What are your thoughts of Nell coming around? And actually, because we saw last week, she was the one, it was actually kind of her idea for them to have Thomas and Robin to have their renewal vows with their family. And now Nell's the one officiating it out of all the people. So
Irony.
Yes. Ironic, but I actually enjoyed it.
I did too.
It was cute.
It was really
The
her
renewals.
about like just her officiating. And do you have the line of like what she said about
that
like
one
marriage?
quote.
Yes. You enter marriage with your eyes wide open, but you walk through it with one eye shut.
Right? How did you guys interpret that?
I thought that was
Amen.
very insightful.
Right?
And I thought really important because when she elaborated on it, it was you have to, like you said, pick your battles, oversee the small stuff and look at the whole bigger picture. Very insightful. I wrote that quote down for myself.
Yes.
Same. Tay, do you feel the same way?
I agree. Preach, Gran. Preach.
Gran knows what's best.
Yes.
Like, seriously, every word that she says is just dripping with wisdom.
Yes.
Like, it's quotable.
Dripping with
Yeah,
wisdom.
dripping with wisdom. Like, she is the matriarch of the entire family. It's like, if you want to learn life lessons, you go to her.
Yeah.
So, and I think she's good. I mean, she had her relationship, too. Obviously, we don't have her husband in the story.
Yeah.
But she definitely has experience. And I think it's something to learn from. It's like, yeah, you're aware of what you're getting into, but you can't always, like, it's more so like just take whatever happens.
Right.
Exactly.
That's how I interpret it. It's like you can't predict what happens during your relationship. So I love it. It was cute. It was pretty.
so
It was a
cute.
pretty ceremony. And to see the
That's
whole
when I
family
started
there.
tearing up. Was that was really sweet.
Yeah.
Oh, get the Kleenex.
Simple ceremony wasn't so simple. I loved how Megan had to bribe Mick with cinnamon rolls.
Yes,
and
with the
to get
cinnamon
more.
rolls.
Food, I'm telling you.
Hence the cinnamon rolls.
You know what? There was a fan who was talking about that there wasn't enough icing on the cinnamon roll. I agree. Sally's need to.
True.
You know what? I think we have a picture. We need to bring up what a proper cinnamon roll with icing looks like because Michael Burns was saying that he might need to go back and reshoot that episode so we can get the proper icing. That is what you bribe people with. That is a properly iced cinnamon roll.
You know what's so crazy?
Yeah.
I need more icing on it, but it's still good. I need icing, like
you need it
dripping.
dripping?
I don't want to see any bun. I want to see all the white
It's got to be covered.
covered completely.
So pretty much you want icing with a cinnamon bun.
Yes. That's exactly what I want.
All I
Yes.
have is cinnamon bun on the side of my ice.
Icing, yeah, that's essentially what Tay wants.
Yes.
To dip in my icing.
So those who are listening on iTunes could definitely go check out the picture that we're showing. It's a perfectly tiered
Yes.
cinnamon roll bun with
Chef
a
approved.
good amount. Yes, you are a chef. You would approve. We should have brought cinnamon rolls this one.
We should, you know
Darn.
what?
And quiche.
Maybe next week.
Next week.
Maybe next week. All right, Carlina, that is your duty now.
Yeah, new rule. Any food in the
Cooking with
episode, Carlina has to make it and
There
bring
you
it
go.
in.
Wait, hold on. Fans,
And then
can you
we
back
eat
me
it.
up on this?
No,
With
I think
some
it's third
wine.
against one.
Can you with some wine actually? Thank you. I'm putting in an order. So,
Yes.
so like he
With Merlot, because
yeah, thank
there
you.
was the line
Merlot.
that's like, if we get caught, we'll just grab the bottle of Merlot and we'll run.
That's true.
But
See?
what Trace said, I was like, yes, Trace, that's what I would do. I love wine. All right, anything else about this episode before we move on? A lot of fun moments. A lot of
Definitely.
fun moments.
I'm like going through my notes. I think we got everything.
Yeah. All right. Let's get into our fun special segment of the week, which is See You at the Shore. And we have a fun shore for you to talk about. Julana, I believe it is brought to you by Julana today.
Yes, thank you, Marissa, for that introduction there.
There you go.
Okay, so guys, I'm actually from Sarasota, Florida, and that is today's shore special. So here I have pictures. This is our lovely Siesta Key, and basically Sarasota is known for our beaches. We have white sand beaches. We actually have 35 miles of white sand beaches. It's amazing. It's so beautiful. The only bad thing is that it literally gets everywhere. So if you go to the beach, you have sand in your hair for the next week or so. It's sand all over your car. It's so like fine and powder soft, but it's so pretty to go take pictures there. And we have 13 public beaches. And aside from our beaches, Sarasota is really known for arts and culture. So we have an opera house, we have a ballet company, lots of musical theaters, and we have over 30 different art galleries. And it's really cute, super cute beach town. Everything is right there, like really nice shopping and dining and art galleries. So I suggest that you go visit my hometown and let me know if you do.
Awesome.
Well, I'm going, so you know.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
You should all just like book a trip right now.
Right, and the best part is it's sunny all year round. So it doesn't matter what time you go. It's going to be beautiful, sunny beach weather.
Aw,
And how is the
love it.
population? Like larger than what we've been talking about? Because I need that.
How big is the population?
Yes, like-
well,
It has to be huge.
Like,
35
yeah.
miles.
Bigger than like what we've been talking about.
the population's pretty big, and
Yeah.
it draws a crowd of 4 million tourists every year.
Wow.
I believe that.
Yeah,
Yes,
so it's Florida.
My type of place.
It's a good place.
Awesome. All right. Thank you for that. So go check out that amazing beach. I want to. Now I just got to look up flights to go to that beach. And we have a little bit of news as well.
AfterBuzz TV News.
Awesome. So I don't know if you guys have seen, but a new trailer has actually dropped called, it's called Second Act. The film that Treat Williams is actually going to be co-starring, and it stars Jennifer Lopez, I mean, who doesn't love her, Vanessa Hudgens, and Milo Ventimiglia. So it's an awesome cast. And I saw the trailer. I actually saw the trailer like 2 days ago while I was in theaters. I was like, oh, what's up, Treat? I didn't know you were in this movie. And I was like, I definitely have to go see it. It looks really cute. It's about a businesswoman, like just getting back into the work environment. And Treat is one of the employees and one of the bosses of the company that she's getting involved with. So go check out the trailer. It's available on YouTube everywhere. It's called Second Act if you want to see that. And we also know that Andrew Francis is going to be in another Hallmark movie. Hopefully, it's a Christmas movie.
Ooh, shout out to Andrew.
All the Christmas movies are filming right now. So that's the new movie is still TBD, so we don't really have the title yet. But I know he's filming a movie, and of course, Barbara Niven actually just had a new grandchild. So congratulations, Barbara! Yes, I'm very excited for her and her daughter, who had the third grandchild for her. So congrats to her and the entire family. And we mentioned, or actually I forgot to mention, last Monday, it was actually Megan Ori's birthday. So
Yes.
Happy belated
birthday
Happy belated.
to Megan. So yeah, so that's a little bit fun news this past week. So let's get to some predictions then.
And now, your AfterBuzz TV predictions.
All right, so many things, so many places, and these storylines can head to. Julana, let's start with you. What do you think is going to happen?
Okay, well, I kind of said this earlier, and then I was like, dang it, that was my prediction. I should have saved it. But,
Okay.
I mean, David's definitely going to come for Jess. So he has the shoe. I think he's going to get in the car next episode. He's going to be in Chesapeake Shores presenting her with her shoe.
Actually putting it on her foot?
Yeah, maybe. That'd be great. Actually, I would like that
fantastic.
moment. She would like that moment, I think.
We would all love that moment.
I would like that moment. Yes, yes. Jess.
Yes.
Yeah.
Is that all?
Yes.
Is that all right, Tay?
Well,
Go for it.
Abby is going to become distant with Trey's life. So sorry. And I will say this every time until it happens. Mick and Megan are going to rekindle. Sticking to it.
All right.
All right.
Carlina.
I agree with Tay on the Abby. Wait,
Go.
on Abby and Trey's probably taking like a little break because the paparazzi photos are gonna. I keep telling you guys we have Wes to think about. So once he finds out his kids have been photographed, it's not gonna be pretty.
I keep forgetting about
Yeah,
him.
you
Yeah.
forgot about Wes.
Russ is
Everybody
just gonna
remembers
come
Wes.
storming in.
I think Connor also be single for a little bit and just take time to himself.
True.
And then we'll see where Megan and Mick go.
Okay.
Far away from each other.
Like, no. Well, my first prediction is Mick and Megan are going to rekindle.
Thank you. You guys are on my team. I know.
Yeah, I think they're going to rekindle the romance at the end of the season. I mean, it's building up now, but something's going to happen at the end. Probably the finale. We'll see. A lot of fun stuff happens in the finale, so I think it'll be at the end of the season. David is going to go get his princess. Return the shoe. Yes. Trace is going to go home to Abby. Leave, and I think he's actually going to leave the tour, leave the band.
I was thinking that actually.
I don't know if that goes
That's not what
against
she
his
said.
contractual rules, but I can definitely see him.
You know what?
At the end of his performance, he was not happy. So I don't think he likes the tour life. I don't think it's for him. He's gonna go back home and be like, Abby, I need you in my life. I'm never leaving you again. Something along those lines. Writers, just saying. Yeah.
Michael Burns.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just
Just
so
what are the
curious
fans
idea.
saying
Everybody-
about it? Like,
everybody-
what are they doing?
Well, you know, Ivan Soto, I want a Travi proposal. That's for Carlina or whatever. And then, yeah, that's pretty much what they're saying.
Okay.
I mean, Mick and Megan too. Like they
Okay.
agree with the Mick and Megan situation.
Okay.
We also saw in the preview that Sarah gets hurt on the job.
Oh, yeah.
And Kevin is very, very concerned, as he should be. I also think, going along with it, because I love those that couple together. They're great. I think that might be a moment where Kevin might profess his love. Like, it's been 3 months. I think you can say I love you to
I forgot that actually.
to
had that
Sarah,
written.
maybe.
I forgot about that.
Quite possibly. So that's something to look forward to in next week's episode. But other than that, thanks so much for tuning in. Of course, all you Chessies, all you fans. In the meantime, where can everyone keep following you?
You guys can follow me on Instagram at Julana.
Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Tay Alexandra TV.
Everywhere at Cooking with Carlina, but on Twitter at Cook with Carlina.
There you go. And you can follow me everywhere at Serafini TV. You can follow all of us here, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, all those fun social media platforms at AfterBuzz TV. Keep rating, keep commenting, keep subscribing. Keep watching Chesapeake Shores, and we have some fun guests in the future. You're just going to have to keep tuning in. Thanks, everyone, and we will see you next time.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz
See you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.